His confessions were chilling, revealing the depth of his psychological issues and the perversion that led him to kill. 5. The aftermath and psychological insights story of Jeffrey Dahmer doesn't just end with his capture. It also raises significant questions about the psychological factors that contribute to the making of such a monster. Dahmer's actions weren't just about murder, they were about perversion, control, and an obsession with death. What Dahmer's case teaches us is that psychological red flags often go unnoticed, and mental health issues can remain unaddressed for years. His case is a stark reminder of how early intervention might have prevented such a horrific tragedy. Part 2. The dark path begins. Dahmer's first murders. 1. The struggle to fit in. Dahmer's struggles with identity. As Dahmer entered adulthood, he faced the kind of struggles that many young adults go through. However, his struggles were far more intense and darker than what most people experience. Throughout his late teens and early 20s, Dahmer's mental state continued to deteriorate. The loneliness that had plagued him as a child only deepened during his adulthood. But Dahmer wasn't just a typical socially awkward young man. He was a man whose inner darkness was beginning to shape his actions in profoundly disturbing ways. After high school, Dahmer attended Ohio State University, but his time there was short-lived and uneventful. He struggled with alcoholism and social anxiety, making it difficult for him to form connections with others. His inability to fit in, paired with his increasingly dissociative tendencies, made him feel even more like an outsider. These feelings were compounded by the lack of emotional support from his family, especially as his parents' relationship became increasingly strained, leading to their divorce in 1978. By this time, Dahmer had already begun to develop a more perverse understanding of relationships. He was searching for a way to connect with others, but he found that the conventional methods of building relationships simply didn't satisfy his twisted needs. He started to see other people not as individuals with their own lives and emotions, but as objects to possess and control. This mindset set the stage for the horrors he would soon commit. Point 2. The first murder. The emergence of his dark desires. At the age of 18, Dahmer committed his first murder, an act that would mark the beginning of his transformation from a troubled young man into a cold-blooded killer. The victim was Stephen Hicks, a 19-year-old man Dahmer met at a party. Dahmer lured Hicks to his apartment, where the two drank together before Dahmer attacked him. Dahmer struck Hicks with a dumbbell, knocking him unconscious before strangling him to death. But the murder itself wasn't the end. Dahmer took things even further, carrying out his first dissection of a human body, a ritual he would repeat many times in the years that followed.